This is something I honestly thought I would never be saying, but Jeffree Star is apparently done with YouTube. In Shane's new series, it was revealed that Jeffree only has a few videos left before he walks away from the platform forever.
No one cares about YouTube. Not one single person goes to watch it for enjoyment or fun anymore that I know anymore.
So let's start at the beginning. Shane is doing a new series with Jeffree, and it's all about their lives post-cancellation. The last episode left off with Shane and Rylan heading to Wyoming to visit Jeffree and talk about their palette that never ended up being released. Shane posted part 2 a few days ago, and it was called The Retirement of Jeffree Star, until he changed it to The New World of Jeffree Star. Definitely interesting, especially because the whole video is literally leading up to him announcing that he's quitting YouTube. The video opens up with Shane talking to Chris about some really dramatic phone call that he got from Jeffree. Shane said what Jeffree told him was shocking. He said people are going to be really mad about it, and he didn't agree with it.
He was like, just letting you know, and then he said something that was something he wants to talk about tomorrow, which is so... I don't know how I feel about. It's like gonna be a thing for sure that people are gonna be like, what? But also, I kind of disagree with him, and I don't think it's a good idea.
While Shane was packing, he was talking to Chris about meeting up with Jeffree again and seeing how different his new life is. He said he was kind of nervous to meet up with him again because it felt like he was opening a can of worms. He says every time they're together, some kind of drama happens, and Jeffree has been drama-free for so long now, he didn't want to ruin that for him. Shane was also making a really big deal about this palette. Like, he was treating this palette like it was some sort of top secret government file. He was saying how he wished he could sew it to himself on the plane, and how bad and illegal it would be if he ever lost it.
So this though is even scarier because this is like an unreleased palette, which legally I think could be even worse.
Are you checking it in or are you bringing it on the plane?
No, I'm taking it with me wherever I go.
Just a little bit dramatic. So Shane and Rylan arrive in Wyoming, they meet up with Jeffree, and they go to his Star Yak Ranch for the first time ever. Jeffree was talking about how much he loves Wyoming and just how much his life has changed. He said he's really been accepted by the people that live there, and they've even accepted his new yak business.
And then we have a whole meat pasture we're raising for food. We've been feeding our community. We're in 5 restaurants now. So Morphe may have kicked me out of their stores, but Wyoming has welcomed me with wide open arms.
He said he's gone through a complete change, where he used to have tons of expensive purses and designer stuff, and now he's disgusted by it all. He even talked about how ridiculously big his last house was. He finally sold it after a whole year of being on the market, and he admitted that he felt like he was trying to prove something with that house. He was at such a high point on YouTube, and in a way, he wanted to keep pushing that. I think he wanted to come across as one of those huge successful YouTubers that made it and live in some huge mansion across from Kim Kardashian. But he was one person in an 11-bedroom house. Doesn't really make much sense. At the end of the video, Shane asked Jeffree when he wanted to talk about the stuff, and Jeffree just came right on out and said he's quitting YouTube.
And then, when did you want to talk about
Quitting YouTube?
Oh? You're going there that quick? Is that real?
It might be.
He talked about how he shifted his focus to TikTok. He has someone who comes and helps him out with planning TikToks, and he's been taking it really seriously, even though he doesn't necessarily love the platform. Jeffree said that he much preferred the long-form content that he got to do with YouTube, but that's just not what people really want anymore. They want that instant gratification that TikTok gives you. He thinks gone are the days of people sitting down and watching a 20-minute reveal video. They just want a quick TikTok showing the palette and to be done with it. And even though he doesn't love that kind of content over on TikTok, he still needs to do it because he does still have his brand, and that's the best way for him to promote his stuff now. Which brings us back to why Jeffree is quitting YouTube. When he announced that he was done with the platform, Shane looked really sad.
Might be time to hang up my button. Yeah, so let's see.
And Jeffree kind of went off on YouTube. He said no one cares, no one watches, so there's no point in wasting his time filming videos when they aren't getting the type of views that they once were. And Rylan brought up a really good point. He said it's hard for everyone right now. Go to any of your favorite creators. It's more than likely that their views are way lower than what they were a few years ago. The pandemic changed a lot for people. I feel like we were stuck inside for so long and kind of being forced to stay at home and watch YouTube. Now that things are starting to open up again and get back to normal, people are kind of burnt out.
Right.
No one watches, no one cares.
If it brings you more sadness than it does joy, not even sadness of like.
There's no joy in
it's
creating
like-
videos for who? For what? No one's clicking them anymore. Literally, no one cares about YouTube. Not one single person goes to watch it for enjoyment or fun anymore that I know anymore.
Right.
Like the old days, even Maddie, everyone would go home and go on the couch and blah blah blah. The pandemic created Paramount, Showtime, Disney Plus, Netflix had so much budget to do 20 million movies. YouTube fizzled out. No one cares. We went to Walmart and got 30 million views. People wish.
And while all of that is true, I don't think that means that YouTube is over. I feel like it's really unrealistic to expect to get super high views all the time forever. Jeffree was getting like 30 million views on some videos, and that's crazy. Jeffree hasn't been posting much, he takes really long breaks, most of his videos are collection reveals, and he still gets pretty good views. Getting 1 million views on a video is still really good. Like, most people could only dream of getting views like that, especially all these years later. Jeffree went on to say that he feels like he's done everything there is to do, and now he's over it. He said he only has 2 videos left, and then he's done.
Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, two more videos and then I'm done. She's hanging it up, you hear?
The video ends there on a cliffhanger, and a lot of people are wondering if Jeffree is actually gonna quit YouTube. I mean, maybe he changed his mind, and that's why Shane changed the title. If anything, I think maybe he'll use his channel for his launches. I can't see him giving up 1 million views on a launch video and just walking away from that large of an audience. I've been seeing a lot of people say that the last episode will probably be Jeffree saying that he's not going to retire anymore, and they'll probably end up releasing the palette. A lot of people are saying that they'll probably show the palette in like the last episode, and once all of their fans say, oh my god, we love it, we want it, they'll end up releasing it. So yeah. That's it for part 2 of Shane's new series. Jeffree is fully living in Wyoming, he's quitting YouTube, and the secret palette is still a mystery. Anyways guys, let me know what you think about everything down below, and I'll see you next time.